Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jan, and in this video I'm going to show you my trading system which I use to trade Forex. If you watched the previous video, you know that I've been trading Forex for quite a while, and I use the system also for quite a long time now. And so I want to just before I will do it, I want to tell you that of course the system works for me. There is no guarantee. I cannot give you 100% guarantee that you will definitely make money. So you might make money, you might not, but it works for me, and I'll show you what exactly I do. And of course you can copy and do exactly the same as me. Well, first of all, we'll start with if you're just a beginner, and you know probably that you need of course open account with the brokerage, so you have to choose a brokerage you're going to trade with. And I want to show you a little bit brokerage which called Forex. They're quite new in the market, and I'm just want to make sure for you that I am not sponsored by this brokerage. I have nothing to do with them. I only trade with this brokerage, and yes, I am a referral to this brokerage because I've been trading for quite a while, and I have no problems with them at all. All my trades are going quite nicely and smooth, so I like this brokerage right now, and they're quite new. I like new brokerages, so well, we'll see what is going to be in the future, but at this moment I'm happy with them. That's why I'm going to show you all my trades on this brokerage and recommend this brokerage to you. Because well, first of all, it's very important when you choose the brokerage, any brokerage, you kind of need to know that they will not trade against you, because some brokerages will use their own money to trade against the clients, and this system might not work because they can stretch the spread and they can offer you their own price, and you might not go into the profitable trade, or might not go out in time. So you have to make sure that they do not trade against you. So while I can't believe Forex does not do that, because I didn't have any problems with them for all this time I've been trading with them. Also, I trust them because it's a European brokerage, and if you're in America, they actually accept American clients. And so how to understand if they are trading against you or not, I kind of can't tell you 100%, but with Forex, if you can see, we open an account with Micro, and they offer a spread is 2 pips, which is on Euro USD. Well, I guess if the pips are less than 2 pips, or like 1 pip or 0.5 or even smaller, then you kind of might ask yourself, is there really trading against you or not? Well, this one is like 2 pips, so I kind of show that they don't, because I never had problems with them. All the trades are going right. If you're the first time to the Forex beginner, so I would recommend to you to have a look at this online education center, free videos which you can learn quite a lot about Forex, how to open position, close positions, and all like leverage. I'll explain to you everything. I'm not going to do that. All I'm going to do is just to show you this actually system. So what you do is you open account. You can open live account, and of course provide your ID documents and your address, and then you can send the money and start to trade. So you can try on demo account. It's up to you. You can do whatever you wish, but you know that usually demo accounts, you like kind of normally you are like scared or anything else. So that's why how I started it. Of course, I tried with demo accounts first, and then I was trading real accounts. So when you will open your account, you would have to download MetaTrader 4, and you can see this. That's what it would look like on the screen, except I have quite a lot of lines here which don't look at those lines yet, but you need MetaTrader 4, and so you can see the candles. Just before that, I want to show you the statements. I used it's independent site which called Metro Rocket. If you will just put my address like Jan Gold Metro mtrocket.com, then you can see my statement. I put it specially here, so you would see that actually I do trade for real. So you can see they verified my account, and it's verified as a real account statement. So if you would have a look at this statement, you would see that I've been trading few times in November and already the beginning of December. Yes, I do not trade every day because I do actually travel. You know that I have a travel channel, and yes, I do travel, and that's why trading is with this system is kind of like an additional earnings for me. And I put $1,000 here, and just to show it to you guys that actually system really works, because if you can see here is a profit. I don't have any losing trades, but I'm saying to you there is no guarantee that you will not have any losing trades, because you never know. It's like this month, November was a perfect month. Beginning of December is also perfect. The other months I've been trading, they were also very good. In some months you might have I have like maybe one trade which will be minus, or maximum two I had, but most of the months I didn't have any losing trades, honestly. And you can see in November, actually, if I would have traded every day in November, I would have made much more money than I made. But I'm traveling and I can't do it every single day. So as you can see, I put $1,000, and I've been using one lot, and one lot is about $10. I'm gonna be honest with you that it is a lot. I've been risking a lot from my account, so roughly it's about 30% of the account I've been risking to make just 10 pips profit. Yes, so if you are starting with my system, please do not do that. Start with little risk. Do not risk more than 10%. I kind of sure with my system, and I've been trading for a while, so I'm kind of a little bit more confident. That's why I was risking a lot, and I risked my real $1,000, and risking with one lot, I kind of made, as you can see, 107 pips I made. Well, roughly, let's say it's a month, because as you can see, it's beginning of November, but only few trades I made, and beginning of December. The last one you can see right now. But this would be doubled. At 100 pips I made, it would be doubled, because actually if you would look at the calendar, we have full 5 days of trading a week. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Well, we have now like 2 days, but let's say it's 4 full weeks, and I make usually about 10 pips a day, and that would make you about 200 pips. So plus it could be, if you trade some news, I put more than 10 pips profit, and it could be extra maybe 60 pips, so it's about 200 up to about 300 pips you can make with this system. So if you want to check by yourself, here is the site. You can see all my trades there, and you can see that I deposited $1,000, and profit is $1,073. Now I have $2,073 on my account. And right now, let's go back to Tallinex MetaTrader 4, and here is what I do. The system, if you already been trading on Forex, you probably know that system. I don't know how the professional traders call it. I call it the system channel system. So we are looking for the channels. If you would look at the charts, the market moves, it moves up and down, right? And again it moves down and up, and again it moves down and up. So between these moves, as you can see, we have quiet channels, for example, where the candles are going into the straight line, and you can see it's happening mostly all the time. Between the moves, you can see again the channel, and they see the move, and this is little channel here, a little bit more here, and again we have a move and another channel and another channel. So we're kind of looking for those kind of channels, and so I'm gonna show you on these examples already. This December I've been trading well, let's stop on the 4th of December. Here it's very good examples. They're just perfect. So here, okay, it says the 5th December. That's the 4th December. That's the 4th December. Let's do 5th December. It's already like made. So we're looking for the perfect channel, right? So look, the green candles, the candles with the price going up, and red candles, I made it. You can do your colors wherever you want. The candles which going down. So I'm finding the kind of channel, and what I do is I'm placing one, if you look, just line. Yeah, so I'm putting one line on top of the candles and the other line on the bottom of the candles, just like that. So here is my channel. As you can see, all the candles inside that channel. So I'm looking for like the majority of the channels you see is like the top here, a little bit top of here. That's why I draw the line over here, not around this area, but here. And also there is a bottom here, but these channels come down a bit more, and that's this candles. That's why I draw this line, the bottom of this candle. So we're looking and drawing the channels, the lines on the bodies of the candles. So we do not do it, for example, I'm going to show you like this. You see this, these striky ones. No, we have to look for the bodies of the candles. Forgot to tell you, yes, I trade on Euro USD, and it's a 15-minute chart. I do not use any other, not 5 minutes or 30 in an hour, except we do actually wait for a few hours for the market to move, but I draw my channels on the 15-minute charts. But I do look quite a few hours behind to make the channel. So after I'll tell you how to look for this kind of channels. But what I do afterwards, I draw the lines, it's 20 pips above and 20 pips below, and make pending orders, and the pending order buy and pending order sell. And also I'm placing the order 10 pips lower of my buying or selling price. Let's just me show you on this example. Here is already a bit better. I've drawn it just like this. This also on the 5th of November. So you can see again in our channel, and it's, look, 20 pips down, it's the price 13641 I would have been selling, and 10 pips, I'm looking only for 10 pips, which is 13631, which is going to be our take profit. And also I put from the selling price as 3641, 30 pips above, and that's going to be our stop loss, just in case if there is something going wrong, so we will not lose all our accounts. So that's why I have to put a stop loss. Yes, I'm going for just 10 pips because it looks like it's working quite well, and you can use that system trying to catch a bit bigger moves. Then you have to change it a little bit, so it's a different story, and I'm not going to tell about it. But you can manipulate this system. But this particular system is exactly, you have to catch only 10 pips. So we don't need market to move a lot. That's why this system works quite well, and we don't have to go into minus to make a profit, because if you will try to catch the longer movements, you would have to go into the minus first before you're going to make a profit, but you might catch more pips. But here is it's kind of like betting, where we are betting just to get 10 pips, and that's kind of working quite well, this system. So how we do in the orders, I will show you the real order. I recorded it when I was making the real trade, and I will show it to you and explain what I was doing then. But if you would look, see what happened. So so this trade I'm showing to you, it was on the 6th of December. What I was doing, so usually when right now I'm in the US, and November I was trading, I was in Canada about the same time. So what I did, I was looking at the chart. Sometime I'm looking at night, about 10 o'clock in the evening, I don't know, 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock American time. Here is we have English time. So when we're here in America, it's like night. It's not even a new day, but in Europe it's already new day. So when we look in American time about 8 o'clock or something, in Europe it's already could be next day or like late night. So make sure that you understand that these charts are for European time, for English time. So on English time, I've been looking, the most movements should finish at least if there is nothing happening in the market, like no news or something unusual, then it's kind of getting quiet about 6 o'clock, after 6 o'clock, or at least after 8 o'clock. So after that, we're just looking what the market looks like, and you can see like here on the 5th of December the market was already quiet, and you can see in the bottom here you see that the time shows you 11 o'clock, and now it's midnight, and after midnight it's all quiet. And as you can see on 6th of December about 3 o'clock, 10 past 3 in the morning European time, I made these orders. And what happened next day, I made pending orders, of course. It's buy stop and buy sell, stop sell, and here we are about 1 o'clock, 1:30. You can see 6th of December again, 6:30. Here's the candle which took me into the trade and made me profit. Here you can see it's 10 pips on that candle, and I walked away with my 10 pips profit. So you can see I made $100, but I'm telling you that I've been risking quite a lot on $1,000, risking 30%, using one lot, which is $10. It's a lot. So please don't do it if you are not sure, and start with smaller lots, maybe 10 cents, but do not do risk too much if you don't know what you're doing, if you're only starting. I only made it because I'm sure with my strategy, and I've been trading for quite a while, so I'm kind of used to it, you know. So I'm kind of like seeing stuff which you might not see, and so start with the small lots, please. And so here we are. You can see this on this little candle I made my 10 pips profit. So if I would go for a longer profit, you can see it wouldn't work, because here it didn't go any further, and it actually went the other way. That's why 10 pips looks and working quite well, because it wasn't sometimes it doesn't move too much, but it moves enough to make us this 10 pips. And of course, as you can see, I'm usually about 1 o'clock, when something happening about 1 o'clock, 1:30, and also 3 o'clock, 3:30 p.m. I'm talking about. So you can see at about 3 o'clock, 3:28 p.m., 15:28, somewhere around here, I canceled the other order. So I made $100, which is 10 pips, because you can put, it just depends. If you have really big account, you can put as many lots as you want, whatever you feel comfortable with. So here I would like to show you, here's the 5th of December. That was in our perfect channel. As you can see, again, I've been looking at in the evening, so after 6 o'clock it was very quiet. I could draw again my lines and nice little candles, and the 5th of December was exceptionally well, because I actually double profited. Look, I had sell and I had buy orders, and both of them made me profit. So I have here 10 pips here and 10 pips here, which is $100, and 100 made me $200. Because what happened, first of all, market moved up. So don't look at these lines, because this is not real lines. You just look at this channel. So it's about 10 pips up, 20 pips again up, and 10 pips I made profit on this candle, and I made profit on this candle. Let's just check it out again. 5th, yes, you see 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:37. That probably about this candle actually made me profit. And the next one, it was 1:30, which is, yes, 1:30, which is that one made me an hour profit. So that was just absolutely perfect situation. It's an extra 10 pips that day I made with this strategy. And also, if you can see, here is the 4th of December. Well, I'm just kind of channel is about the same as it was on the 5th December, and you can also see here I made now $100 on the 4th of December, which is exactly the same strategy. You can see the candles. This already happened. All I'm gonna say to you is that you should look and for that channel in the evening. If there is something happening before the midnight, you can have a look at wherever is at midnight, as you can see here, for example, at midnight, and before 5 o'clock in the morning. After 5 o'clock in the morning, I never put any trades, because after 5 o'clock, even after 4 o'clock, sometimes the market moves. So usually I try to put my trades before 4 o'clock and leave it. And we don't do it, I don't do it before midnight, because just in case if there is anything happens on the market, you don't really want to go in a night trade, because it could be a swap, which means that brokerage might take, probably will take some commission. So that's why all trades are going to happen during the day. And see here on the 4th, again at about 1:30 something, 37, on this movement, I made now 10 pips, which made me now $100, which was really wonderful. So, and if you would look through you can see, as I said to you, check out my statement. You can see that I've been trading few times that month in November, and it's already beginning of December. Hopefully the December will continue that way. And you can see there's the charts. We can always find those channels. I call them channels. So but I'm not going to look through all of them. You can see again the now channel. So I'm going to tell you, so you would say probably the main question is when you should look for those channels. You have to like sit every single minute or hour and watch for it. No, you don't. It works quite well right now when you, as I said to you, in the morning. So we know the market, European market opens about 8 o'clock in the morning, so we looking through the night, as I said to you, sometime midnight and before 4 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes after 4, but no more than 5 o'clock in the morning. That's it. Before 5 o'clock you have to either decide you are going to make trade or you're not going to make trade. So we're looking for this type of charts. You can see again, if there is something like this, you can see, well, no, the chart, you can't make chart out of this, or for example like something like that. But that's not the evening time. I'm just giving you an example. You must look at the straight line. So once again, as you can have a look, let's just move a little bit like this so you would see, because it's like not, if you would look, it has to be like, if you would draw the line in the middle, then you can see the majority of the candles should go through that line. And this is how we finding the channels. So again, before that move, so again you can see like the movements was 2 o'clock, then it's like countdown, and it's kind of channel. And you can see if I will like draw the line, yeah, it's the channel, kind of the channel. So we will be drawing something like that. Again, look in the bodies of the candles and the bottoms and the tops of the candles. So this is how we're doing it. So this is the big move I'm going right now to tell you. So how do we look for those charts? Now look at this. The important thing what moves the markets is of course the news. If there is nothing, if there are no news, the market probably will not move. It will be just very slow and very calm. You can watch the news, you can maybe not even watch the news, sometimes I don't, and still you might go in a profit, in a trade. So I use the calendar on dailyfx.com. It's economic calendar. It's this economic calendar. If you press on it, it will give you the news, financial news. So here I pressed central bank release calendar, because I want to show you the main news where you can actually, and once I'm trading, sometimes where I put, instead of 10 pips profit, I put about 30 pips profit. The main news which you have to pay attention on is US Federal Reserve, which is FOMC, and here you can see the date. It tells you when it's happening in the month. You can see like we had it's different days. And now one is European Central Bank, which is also shows you when. The next one to pay attention on is change in non-farm payrolls, which usually happens about 1:30, but you also have to check which days it happens. So that was on the 8th of November last month. These are big news which I usually trade using, as I said to you, when I put 30 pips profit instead of 10 pips. But sometimes when the news are not well, let's say not very good, not good enough to move the market, so they might not move 30 pips. So sometimes you kind of have to see what results after the news releases. If there are like big results, like for example here you see this is what like was 163 and it's 204, of course the market is going to move a lot, and that's why we would have put maybe even more than 30 pips. Let's just see. I'm gonna show you. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we had European Central Bank. It was 7th November. Just show you 7th November and the same 8th of November. Here they are. You see, the one uses, this is non-farm, and this was the European Central Bank. And as you can see, if I would usually when I'm waiting for such big news, I would look at the market before the news. So I would look for this channel before the news, but depends what time the news come out. If it's like you see about like 12 o'clock, 12:45, so we would look at least an hour before what's the market doing. But anyway, this was like perfect, absolutely perfect, a straight channel, and that meant when the channel is like this, that means the news is expecting to be like really big. So on this trade, I didn't do this trade. It was on 7th November. I had I think I had just a small profit out of this. I don't remember, but I've been traveling. You know that that month I was in Canada, and I didn't catch this news. I didn't trade every day, which is like really upsetting me because it was a really good month. Honestly, November was absolutely perfect month for trading this system. So if I would have been trading this news, I would probably put 30 pips. Usually I just do 30 pips, but if you use, for example, like trailing stops, you could have made even more profit out of this movement. But also, if you are thinking for a bit bigger movements, you kind of need to expect when the market after news, you know, it's always reverses. Well, not always, but most of the time it's like you see the green. Now market after it went down, it's returned. Well, here I have some Fibonacci lines, which kind of would have like predicted that, analyze it, that the market would stop here, but it's all different story. I don't want you just tell about this, because you would need a little bit more well, expertise, I would say, actually to analyze it when you're predicting. You might predict when, and you can see there's a now supporting line here, but it's all from my other channels of my other analyzings. That's why if you do trade news, you kind of need to use a little bit more like line strategies, techniques. But for 10 pips you didn't have to do it. You see, 10 pips you would make easily on this one. It would have been perfect. And also have a look at this again. That's the non-farm payrolls, which is also would have made like really good profit. And also, as you can see, the lines I'm using here, so which would have go for more than 10 pips profit. But also with just 10 pip system, that would have work also perfectly. But that's like these are major news. The rest we trading like just normal. What's the moving market is why, as I said to you, for this channels, we usually look during the night before the European market opens. And if you have a look here, you'd like understand why I'm doing this, because you can see the most news, even they are not very important, like low importance, medium importance, you can see, but when they're happening about 8 o'clock. You see like 9ish o'clock, and then after that those news which are going after 1 o'clock, it's the American news, is about 1:30, 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, for example, again, the other day we're looking European news again in the morning, 10 o'clock, and then American news like 14:45, 3 o'clock. I do not trade after 3 o'clock. I do not put any trades after 3 o'clock unless there are some news which could be sometimes there could be the Bernanke speaking, and sometimes that also can move the market, but it's very rarely I'm using that. The main news I told you, those 3 major news, I usually would go for trade. Again, for just our daily everyday trading, we need just news, just any news, anything. Again, 8:45, you can see that the 8:45, 9 o'clock, European news most of the time happening like 10 o'clock, and then again American news 12, 1 o'clock, 1:30, and 3:30. So that's it. That's why when we're going back to our charts, we can see why we doing it through the night and relying on the market moving during the day, and specifically those times of the day is that in the morning and 1:30 roughly, 1 o'clock, after 1 o'clock, maybe after 12 o'clock, and after 3 o'clock, because of all those news. Even though they're not important, but usually they move the market enough to make us those 10 pips a day. So this is how I trade. It kind of works for me well, and I wanted to share it with you so you guys can try it and see it for yourself. And as I said, you can use any brokerage you want. Just make sure they do not trade against you, because if they do trade against you, you will probably not make it well with this system. Sometimes, because again, well, this one is kind of quite good, but sometimes the price like just a little bit goes, like for example to the end, and it might not reach our target, and if they trade against you, they will not let you out of the profitable trade, so you're probably going to lose. So you kind of need to make sure that the brokerage you use does not trade against you. Now I want to show you the real trade. I recorded it. Here it is. That was the 5th of December. This is how it looked like, that chart. You see, I was looking at it, and now I'm going to show you how I actually put the trades on. Because I was doing it live, I didn't talk. I was just concentrating on my trade, so I wouldn't make any mistake, but I'm going to explain to you what I was doing. Again, you see I drawed my lines, channel, and 20 pips above and 20 pips below, and the profit, take profit, 10 pips above this price and 10 pips above this price. So as you can see, here's what I'm doing. It's a pending order, and you can see it's one lot I was using, euro dollar, and so I'm doing, first of all, I'm doing buy stop. Here's like I'm making a mistake right now. That's not how you're supposed to put the price, but that's why it's kind of important to be very attentive when you're actually doing it. So here you are. Buy stop is, I'm doing this 36979. I'm like doing it right at the last number, so it would be the same matching number. Might not be the same as on here, but it doesn't matter. The important thing is this 3697 and 3677. And so take profit just 10 pips above 3697, which is 37. You can see here 3707. And yes, I do use a calculator, even though it's just 10 pips above. and 30 pips below this price is a stop loss I'm going to put now. I'm like calculating it just to make sure that I didn't make any mistakes, because yes, I'm not very good with numbers and sometimes I do mistakes. But here when you're placing the orders, you have to be sure 100%, because one little mistake and it could be very bad. So I didn't want anything bad happens. So the second order, again pending order, which is for this, and here is sell stop is 3641 and 4, and just 10 pips below that price. As you can see, I'm using calculator again. It's 3651 supposed to be, just checking. It's no, not 36, it's you see, that's why I have to calculate it. It's 3641 and it's below 3631. That's why I use calculator, so I wouldn't make anything like this, any mistakes like that. Except if I would have put it high, it wouldn't just place the order anyway. But I have to make sure. And now it's 3641 and it's 30 pips above with my stop loss. And again, as you can see, is the one lot. And here we are. I placed this order, just waited, and this is it. All the orders are done, and now I'm going to show you the result, which was here. I actually showed it to you already. I think it's like the 6th of December. And you can see I made $100, which I made $10 profit. Just check it out again. Yes, it was on the 5th of December already made. So yes, it was the 6th of December. In 6th of December, we can see that the market moved down, and I made profit at 130. $100 profit. So here we are, and that's how the system works. And anyway, it works for me, and I hope it will work for you also. But as I said, please start with smaller lots. Do not use one lot if you're not sure, and if your account is very small, just use so much money you feel comfortable with. You feel because anything can happen. I cannot guarantee anything. It's forex trading, it's very high risk. You have to understand that, and never use the money which are your like last money savings or something. No, just imagine you're going to Las Vegas, you have like wherever money with you, you're going to play casino, you might win, you might not. So that's how you should think about trading forex. So kind of imagine that's the money which you prepared to just to play and give away, and hopefully you will make, and you'll make quite good. But this system works, and it works for me well, and I hope it will continue working well. If the market would move kind of any other changes or anything, of course would have to do some improvements to it. But improvements, just like maybe channels, you have to look a bit different way and just to know where to draw it. But this is how it works, and been working for a while very well. So here you are, guys. Just give it a try, just see how it works for you. Don't forget about brokerage. And if you have any questions, if maybe I forgot to say something or anything, I was trying to explain it to you so you would understand the strategy, how it works. But if you have any questions, if you didn't understand anything or anything else, I'll try to help you and answer all your questions. So that's it. Please subscribe, and I see you later, guys. Bye everyone. Bye.